And what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another live stream on the VapeTraingaming channel. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Make sure to pay attention to everything I do because I'm absolutely horrible at what I do, so you never want to do what I do. But so tonight is another night of streaming Horizon Zero Dawn, and honestly, I mean, I don't know what else better, things you have to do, but this is always a good idea. So I am currently just trying to get my social media all posted up because I am turning into a social media whore, but hopefully something I'm using right now actually might render it so that my social media posts are a lot easier and I can do it all in one click instead of having to do it to like 5 different websites. I mean, I personally don't like that. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to deal with that. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and this is episode 24 for those of you who tuned in last night. I actually did the quest that was the what is it, something about the darkness, to something the darkness, something to darkness. Someone tell me what I was doing. So someone tell me what I streamed last night. Was it to ease the darkness, to stab the darkness? I don't remember, man. It's been a full day. I've been drunk. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this started tonight. So go ahead and give me a moment. And for those of you who are popping in, make sure to smash that like button so that I can actually get this thing rolling a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and post this up on social media, get this whole thing going. See if this works. We gotta test it. Y'all are gonna be around for this test. I want to see if it works or whether it just hacks all my accounts and decides to like completely screw me. All right. There we go. I think that all went up. Did it? Whole snap. It actually worked. Awesome. You know what I probably should have done? God damn it. I didn't even throw the link in for the stream. Like, I am absolutely stupid. Wow, I am so unbelievably stupid. Oh my god. All right. Try this one more time, shall we? Let's do exactly like we did. You know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste 90% of this. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go and delete that one. I'm gonna delete that tweet. I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try this one more time. Give me, guys. I am an absolute noob when it comes to this whole social media thing. All right, we're gonna paste that in there. What are you doing? Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay. All right. By the way, anybody who's in here, please type something in the chat because I'm not quite sure whether I can actually see what y'all are typing while I don't know. This thing it makes me very unsettled. What am I doing? Like, can I not copy and paste or something? Of course. All right. Go ahead and copy and zip paste. And hashtag live stream, hashtag goal. There you go. Today's 24. Yeah, that all looks great. Not pushing the limits on anything. Yeah. All right. I think I've got this. Hold on. Can I back to my main. I know, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not doing the best I can right now. I'm trying to get this all situated, and I feel like I'm doing horribly at it. Delete. No, not that one. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. I switch. Why does this have to be so difficult? You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna be happy with it, and I'm gonna move on. Because I don't like dealing with social media. Social media has me having panic attacks. I love how it went from me having multiple people in here to having no one in here now. Oh wait, no, take that back. There's 2 people. Oh man, I'm surprised people are actually watching me. That's weird. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close all that out. I think that did better. Yes, there we go. Like it. Awesome. Fantastical. All right. So let's go ahead and continue on with these main quests on Horizon Zero Dawn. So I'm not quite sure exactly what quests I'm up to right now, but I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing it, and you're along for the ride. Oh yeah, I should probably hop on Discord just in case any of my buddies decide they want to pop in here and say hello. Streaming. All right. Party is started. Time to get moving. So I am currently on the main quest. Go to Sunfall. So let's go ahead and get that. Deep secrets of the earth. Wunderbar. No one cares about you. I'm gonna just keep moving. That looks angry. What is that? Ooh, tramplers. Ooh, I want to take one of these. I want to take them over. I want to stop it. I want to take them over. Come on, it's right there. Come here. I'll throw that right behind you, and you're gonna come here. What you're gonna do? You're gonna come to me. Here. Come on. Yeah, there we go. I got it coming. And I'm gonna take you over. You're gonna get close, and I'm gonna let you go and kill everybody. Takes a few extra minutes. This one's a little bit bigger than most things. I really wish I could ride these, because like I feel like you should be able to. Like the tramplers, they're just bigger versions of the other things. Are you gonna go attack anything? Or are you just gonna be a pain in my butt? You gotta be a pain in my butt. Got it. Moving on.
Good day, mate.
Hello there. How are you?
Oh, not bad. I figured I'd come say hi.
How are you doing, Commander?
Not too bad. Ugh.
Just another damn
Sister's
paradise.
playing
Say what?
My little sister's playing Arch, so I've been sitting
Oh.
there helping her.
Oh, see, that's always good. It's good to get the family involved.
True. But she's finding out how hard Arch actually is. And I say
yeah.
hard, but just...
Well,
So I want
Ark is
to
very
Pterodon. I'm like, you first need to go tame a trike. And before you tame a trike, you need to make you need to get trank arrows. And before you can get trank arrows, you need to get a bow. And it's just a list of things. And she's like, what?
Yeah, it takes some effort.
You can't just do it. And it's like, also, you need to collect about at least 500 to 600 narco berries before you even start trying to tame a pterodon.
Yep.
And if you don't have the trike, that's gonna suck.
Yep.
Then you also need to get the meat, which the trike is gonna make it a lot easier. Otherwise, you're gonna. Yeah, it's such a list.
Yeah, that's Ark for you. So how many more days do we have until the other one comes out?
Until what other one comes out?
Extinction.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's like 2 days.
Is there an actual timer on this?
There's a timer on the main website.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. I didn't know this.
No, I'm not kidding you.
I need to get the server rigged up then. That's what I'm hearing.
I mean, yeah. At the same time, you just need to like go over there and look and see what it is, because I think that's what it is. Like, because they had the timer for the whole archaeology event, and then right after that timer was done, it was like, oh, hey, by the way, here's another timer for you. People were like, wait, what? Say what?
I said, I wonder if they hit the timer. And I said,
mean,
they probably will. They've had a lot of time to work on this one.
I was about to say, they've had a lot of time, and they've actually decided to sit there and be like, okay, hey, like, this is how much time we've got, and this is what we're gonna do, and they seem like they're planning it out. So
right.
Wow, that was all sorts of special. I blame you, Commander.
What happened?
I don't know. Are you watching the stream?
I can't. I don't have my computer available. I'm on my phone. Well, I guess I can.
Okay, I gotta come back up here. Gotta go on this side again. Was it there? Is that the hell? Yeah, there's a hole. Okay. Nah, I just fell off. I one of those spots where they're like, oh, you need to jump this, and you're like, okay, and then you end up just not being able to just like leap onto it. Like, you actually have to like finagle your way and make sure you leap at it at the right angle. So it likes to be difficult. I accidentally muted myself just a second ago, so I wasn't like I forgot I can watch YouTube. And are you on YouTube or are you on Twitch? I'm on YouTube.
All right, cool. I prefer YouTube. I like it as a streaming platform.
I will take Twitch as a streaming platform because there's more of a basis, but at the same time, I mean, I'm gonna continue streaming Horizon Zero Dawn on YouTube until I finish the main story. Once I'm done with the main story and I'm just like going through and trying to get all the achievements and stuff, I'll switch over to Twitch probably. Which, by the way, if anybody's actually watching, make sure you go and check out my Twitch so that you can be here whenever I do that. Oh look, a Banuk structure.
Looks like one of those Banuk sculptures.
Yeah.
There we go.
Move on down the road. So why don't you have your computer available?
I apologize if you get an echo.
I mean, I don't have an echo yet, but why don't you have your computer available?
My little sister's on my computer playing Ark.
Oh, okay.
It's her last day here, so I figured I'd let her.
Yeah, might as well let her have some fun.
That is so weird how the phone knows, and it's really weird. Anytime you put somebody on speaker and their voice comes out, the phone knows that this sound came out and not to let it reverberate back in. I love that.
It's called noise canceling.
But yet at the same time, if I talk, it lets my voice go through.
Noise
We
filter.
live in an amazing world of Ape. We live in an amazing world.
We do. Especially
So-
compared to what it was a short time ago.
So how long was that timer? Do you remember at all how long that timer was?
Bro, I haven't looked at it. Last I know, it was like 3 days after they released the archaeology thing.
Oh, okay.
So you'll have to go and check yourself. I mean, you can't. I don't think you can actually see it on your phone. I think I tried to pull it up on my phone earlier and it didn't work.
The reason why I'm asking, I was hoping you were going to say like 2 weeks, and I was like, I am scheduling some vacation. Which actually, I have time to friggin' burn vacation now because my dad decided he wasn't going to. He's using his vacation time up anyway, so he's not getting a vacation, which means I can burn mine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
I got about 2 weeks plus, so.
She's very pale.
And I just got off a 2.5 week vacation, so.
Yes.
Jesus.
She's a fighter.
Yeah, I did that in February. I rack in the hours, I really do. I'd used to at
It
least.
only burns hotter. Her name is
Gotta mess with
My
your
sister.
volume here, man. Like,
Isn't
you're
there
like
anyone else
drastically
on
louder
phone we can
than
help?
anything
We're
else.
refugees.
I'm sorry.
We
No,
know
it's not your
her
fault.
place. And there's only one healer in the
Yeah, exactly.
He's difficult.
Yeah, I was hoping you were gonna say 2 weeks or something like that, or somewhere like a good length of time.
No, last I saw it was a couple of days.
That's him. He's very clever, but
I only gotta work 3 days, then I don't have a day off, so.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can walk over to the computer real quick and just be like, oh, hey, change it over real quick and see what it is.
Either way,
I would have to look up the timer and everything and try and find out. I didn't even know there was a timer.
Yeah.
Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazing Arch. Another border battle.
Yeah, I need to.
Is ceasefire gonna put more food on that table?
I need to find some time to play Ark and get the server back up and running.
Yeah, I need to actually turn around and play Ark. I mean, I start fiddling around on the other servers, like on the limited tribe servers, because that was fun. And then, of course, I get distracted by other things because people are like, what are you doing? Why aren't you playing Fortnite? And it's like, well, because I play other things than Fortnite.
Right. Everybody keeps at work, they keep like, you need to stream Fortnite. And I'm like, there is too much competition for Fortnite and I suck.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, no, I'm sticking with what I know and what I'm good at, what I like.
Oh, you should you should try to like stream some more on Twitch, because there's still quite a Ark following on Twitch.
Well, I just prefer to do it on YouTube. I want to just keep on going on YouTube, and that way I'll stream there, and the people will subscribe, and people, because YouTube does have a way of locating people on a channel, so it's just a matter of getting people to watch me while I'm streaming.
Yeah.
And,
is always the issue, right?
Yeah, and by the way, do yourself a favor, I don't know if you were looking at it at all, but the Jurassic Park game, don't buy it.
I wasn't planning on it.
It ain't. The game's worth maybe $20. I mean, the fact that it's not an indie game and it's polished, $30 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't worth 60. And I played it for 4 hours and tried to refund it, and they wouldn't let me.
Yeah. Screw that.
By the time I realized that I didn't like this game, it was too late.
Yeah, that's normally about right.
I mean, it's okay, but it's not a good game. It's not worth $60.
Stay off my focus.
It's not.
If the eclipse catches you here, you'll be lucky if you survive long enough to wind up in that ring.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna ask you rates on
rates on what?
On the Ark server. Are you good with like 3 to 4 times rate, so we can actually have combat and maybe entice a few additional people to show up?
Okay, so what are you fully planning to do on there? Full PvP?
Full PvP. I don't want no safe zones. I don't care who you are. You will get raided on that server.
Is there any chance of, is there a way to do the whole offline prevention thing without it being horrible? Have you actually looked into that yet?
There's no way to do it. You might be able to get away with S+. S+ stuff might let you get away with it.
Oh, like I'm saying, like, have you looked into it recently? Because they've been changing a lot.
I have not. I have not looked into it recently.
Okay, so you might. That's why I was saying, like, have you actually looked into it?
What I can say is on Naked Zombo's server, he has the offline raid prevention that comes on, and everything stays locked.
Outlanders.
Yeah, so there's a way to do it.
When he's online, when they're online, because he's running the boxes. Now I don't know if it messes with S+ or maybe that's why. And I want to say that's what it is. S+ structures will stay locked.
Listen to Bahavas. I hear the council are looking for one of their own. Should pay well.
I mean, we can try it and see what happens.
Yeah, if we could do full PvP but offline raid prevention, that would be fantastic, and I will be on that server like every day.
Yeah, I just don't want people raiding me when I'm asleep. That's a bunch of crap.
It really is. It's a bunch of pussies who don't want to fucking fight like they should.
By the glory of the sun
and they're just like, oh, I'll wait until you go to bed.
Behold,
but be quiet for a second. Let me focus on this.
The one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law.
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak on my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
Only 500?
Prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside. I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
I keep taking like photos in this because I can't help it, man. Like this thing allows me to do photos all the time. Do you like it in the purple, or do you like it in the kind of like red?
I'm not seeing these photos.
Give it a second. Give it a second. You'll see me go to photo mode. So, do you like it in the purplish or the red? Purplish?
I haven't in photo mode yet. Oh, here we go. That's purple. Red.
Red. Okay.
The purple kind of hazes it all over. Red compliments.
Yeah, I really love doing this. These photos turn out amazingly. I don't know if you've seen the ones I've been posting on Twitter and Facebook, but
I saw the ones on Facebook.
Did you see the ones I recently posted?
So come see me.
I think that's actually what tried to attract me to your channel recently.
Oh, cool.
So,
because I tried to watch it and then I couldn't find you on stream. And I was like, or they were playing a different video. I was like, crap. And then, well, I got on the chat with you, and then now I'm watching.
That's actually pretty funny, because I was like, oh man, I didn't post the link to go with that, and it didn't work. It was pretty great. All right.
They want us to see this, boy. It makes quite an
Right.
impression.
So let's go to the grand balcony.
Strange illnesses, sudden deaths, weird disappearances.
This is insane.
Hardly.
They're going to see me.
You underestimate the ease of hiding in plain sight.
If you're gonna watch some slaughter, this another manhunt.
It is.
How many men and women can one tribe lose? Odin, leader of Odin's marvels. You've a fresh face. When you're less than I, you fit right in. First impressions make the sale, except in this snake pit. They'll take.
I mean, why not just play the actual game and the expansion?
It's a short drop from there.
Well, because I don't have a PlayStation.
This isn't your first job for the Shadow Karja?
Scared of their own shadows, Karja.
I'm just saying, in general, the whole concept
they
of the game,
spit on me, but the shards.
if they turn it into one big MMO with a bunch of other people fighting machines and stuff.
I say noble.
Yeah,
but you can't dress a rat in silk.
Yeah, that'd probably be really good.
Can you?
Yeah, give them time, man. They just recently did the expansion, so they might do something like that, because this series does have some basis to it that would be great.
Shouldn't you all be setting out to hunt Uthid?
Have you never done this before? Whoever goes first just leads the others. Just take a load off and avail yourself of some Karja booze until someone sniffs out the trail. Then watch us seek out our prey.
Cherry picker.
God
damn.
Zip.
Are you sure you're going to be able to walk in a straight line?
What are you getting at?
You're lightweight.
Do you think Uthid did what they're accusing him of?
I hope so. It'll make him more dangerous. My advice, it's best not to overthink such things.
Overthink whether he's guilty or innocent?
You let all these thoughts in your head, you'll never make it as a mercenary. Only thing that matters is dead or alive. If they say alive, bring a rag to stuff in its mouth. But these days, no one wants alive.
Oh, wow, that's shitty.
Farewell, Odin.
Good hunting. If I should have cause to kill you, you won't suffer.
Yeah, neither will you.
Thanks.
If you've got a problem with me, talk to Odin. If he can stand his breath.
Kind of climb down. Oh, what? Where do you want me to climb down at, man? I mean, I already talked to that guy. I'm guessing it's over there.
A bit of advice, Outlander. We're at war. You're either useful.
So is this a DLC or is this the main game?
This is the main game. Like, this is really far into the main game.
Yeah, I wish I could have gotten this far.
You still can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. You can go buy a PS4.
Sorry, my money's all locked up elsewhere.
Wow. I'm pretty sure that's not the way it wanted me to climb down, but I climbed down anyways. Let's go up this way. Oh, they knew this place was going to be something someone was going to fall into. And I still keep falling into it. Hey, there we go.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
Oh my god. Your camera angles interfere with your climbing way too much. Seriously? This stuff.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. No.
So are you good for 3 to 4 times rate?
Yeah, dude, totally. Do it.
I've shown
that way it kind of amps up the server, maybe a little more people showing up.
3 to 4 times rates. Limit the limit the tribes to like 5, and then do research into the offline raid prevention. Like, don't just assume that it's going to be the default. Like, do the research into it and find out how it needs to be set up.
What I give you, Silence.
Right.
If you put in the effort for how the server is going to have to set up, and you actually make it the way it should be, you have a higher chance of people being there.
Right. We got to get everybody to come on, including like Super and the rest of them. Get them all to get on Ark and buy the DLC.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets.
And I was telling Super, it's like, you need to tell all your friends it's all on a massive sale right now. Anybody who's watching right now who's not paying attention, it is a massive sale for Ark right now. On this date, like the 17th and 16th, it is ridiculously on sale. Like 60% off, 50% off. Get on it. Ark Survival Evolved. You can get the entire DLC package, the whole season pass. Get it now.
I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan.
Oh, look at that. Another perfect picture. I wonder why. Because I'm here and I see photos everywhere. Because it needs to be here. And I love taking pictures of games. Don't judge me, Commander.
Always judging you, sir.
Good.
If it makes you feel any better and you want to judge me at all, I've been on a dating site recently.
Oh, do it, man. I used to be on. I was on OkCupid all the time.
Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up.
Did you pay for a membership?
Elizabeth,
no, fuck that. I always did free.
Access
okay,
request
did it work out at all?
Root command functions available.
Say what?
Wish to proceed.
Did it work out at all?
Get me through this door.
I mean, so OkCupid, I went through OkCupid and I had a couple of dates. There was a few people that I met that ended up just being really decent, like, people. And I just ended up becoming friends with them. I mean, I'm not really friends with them now because I've moved a lot and a lot has happened since then. Me and my wife actually met kind of on a dating site. It was more, I was associated with one of her exes and she saw my profile and she decided she wanted me. So my wife decided she was going to sink her teeth into me as fast as she could. And she did, and it worked out.
That's what you matter? That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm not going to exactly say what website it was, especially on stream. That's not going to happen. But yeah, like OkCupid and stuff, like, just put yourself out there, man. Go take some really good photos of yourself and like actually like put a little bit of effort into your profile, and you have a chance to. Like, don't be afraid to send someone a message if you think they're out of your league. Just send them a message. Be like, hey, how you doing? Don't be like the super creepy ass motherfuckers out there who are just like, oh, hey girl, I want your snatch. Like, no, don't do that. Just be straightforward. Unless you're on a website that is specifically designed for hooking up, don't act like that. Just be like straight up like nice and sincere and just go along from there. You have a higher chance of getting people to actually respond if you're nice and sincere. I mean, don't be those, unless you've got like a six-pack and like biceps the size of your own head. You don't need to act like that.
Right. I didn't mean for you had to stop your thing and go on a whole thing for me. I mean, that's cool, man. I was just trying to give you something to judge me on.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, just in general, like, dude, I want you to like get out there and have like find a badass girlfriend and, you know, enjoy stuff, because, you know, Commander, I really want the best for you. So it's one of those, if I can give you advice that might actually help you out, I want to give it.
Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure.
Yep.
Emergency venting procedure likely to
I would wait
circumvent
for you hate on me though, but here I'll shut up so you can continue your game here.
Yes.
Oh, that's all good. If anything, hey, pop in chat on chat, because I need to see a flow of chat.
I underestimated you. I think by now
If it'll talk. All right, I'll pop out of the stream, the chat and Discord, and I'll do that.
Okay.
Guess you can't have everything.
Discord,
that will
how do
draw
I get
attention.
Discord here?
We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
And of course, take advantage of photo mode. Going into a new area, might as well. I don't like summer. Blue's fine. Blue's fine. Let's go ahead and let's change my body pose. Let's whip this bad boy around. Let's try to get a good shot here. Her entering this. Let's see. Get off the floor, girl. That'll work. I like it.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So...
Alright, this morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate the Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who served on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can't subdue enraged embryologists. I can't talk right now. For example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. That's pretty funny.
What was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Let's see. We need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates. When they arrive at the facility, many are frightened and or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Langbots are not sufficient. And the mild sedatives for the extreme cases, any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails. Y'all see anything else in here? Let's check over here. No. Okay. All right, let's check over here. Is there anything else? No. Okay, so there was that thing over there. Is there anything else over there? Back here? No? Okay. Oh, look. Additional stuff. That's great.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
Lies. I see no beverages. Ooh, is that an audio one? I like audio. Nope. Soundproofing. Ooh. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between the VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting for their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. Restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because they're out of organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varieties, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and this time, no tempest in the teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? All right? Wow, that's all sorts of nice. Oh, look, there's a loot box. I like it.
Full already.
I don't see anything else over here. Let's go on over here. Anything over here? Over there? No? Okay.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Oh, nothing going on there.
What was this place?
This is
holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating
Ooh.
playback.
Let's see what this playback is real quick.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them. And they are all lies.
Oh, shit.
Zero Dawn is not a super weapons program. And it will not save us. Nothing will save us.
Oh,
Here's
snap.
why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out
yeah,
of
that's what the
Fallout
facility's
shelter or
for.
a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a
Porn and
lifeless,
Wi-Fi.
toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. 0 Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris.
I can't even pause it here. Wow, that's... I figured that's exactly what it was. Kill everybody on the...
Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
Yeah, it did.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us.
No.
I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
That's exactly why everything's so over. When stalactites and stalagmites start forming from the ceiling, it's been hundreds upon thousands of years. We were screwed.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
We're under attack.
I'm done. Said,
Am I done?
I was on the disaster response team in 2051, and after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I studied the experimented after all these years. Red zones hiding on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand over his fingers.
Involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Why are you running?
Really? Nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Counselor guidelines. Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh plague and preserving continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with the data on the catastrophic environmental impact of a nuclear engagements versus the swarm addendum B1 and the feasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures addenda C1, C2, C3, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform the security personnel so that the candidate can be monitored for attempts of self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to the presentation 2 if you believe they are mentally state is sufficiently stable. Note that the real-time support will be available via your focus, security, and medical crisis teams are data corrupted. Dude, like this is like bad. Like super bad. As I said, it's like I had a feeling this is exactly what we were looking at. Like we literally
I'm sure you
killed
now
everyone.
Understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face
Oh,
this
we're
horror,
getting to that,
even
Commander.
though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
So, Commander, what they're basically saying is that the Zero Dawn project is basically select fews that are going to be around, and basically we intentionally wiped out existence on Earth. Like, because the machines are feeding off of biomass, they're doing something to make it so that the machines themselves will starve and eventually go into a full hibernation so that they don't have to feed on the biomass because they're not going to be around. And eventually, I'm guessing it's something along the lines of a timed release project. So eventually it will become a certain time that babies will be artificially produced, people will be artificially like released, creatures and plants and stuff like that will be released into the atmosphere, basically putting the entire existence of everything on hibernation until it can be released into a safer time, which is now. Because, like, as I was saying, like, you look around, all this stuff, the rock formations, everything, this is hundreds to thousands of years later. This is pretty crazy. Like, it's ridiculous that we basically pushed ourselves to this point. That's pretty crazy.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since 57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
People panicking because they're realizing what's going on. I mean, when you have them tell you that, that's like, hey, like this is gonna happen. This is what's going on. People will not handle that very well. And when your existence is in question, most people will never respond well to that.
ZB02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn.
Yep.
To create a super intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI.
Of course.
But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo. The vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Destroyed, but then remade?
Yes.
Yep.
By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
So, Commander, basically, it's basically the Skynet thought process that went into it, like with Terminator, how we gave machines the ability to recreate themselves, be able to assess their own situations, be able, the AI, to basically defend themselves, acknowledge threats, and eventually wipe out the world. So you've got, we gave the ability for them to recreate themselves and fuel themselves on biomass, which is like human flesh, trees, everything that's like biological. So we ended up making it so our machines turned against us and started taking over, and they ended up having their own mindsets to basically establish us as the threat and wipe the world. So that's what's happening. That's what was happening. So that's why the Zero Dawn project is becoming established, is because of the fact that it was inevitable that extinction was going to happen. And it's not just human extinction, full extinction. Like plant species, animal species, like every single ounce of anything that has biomass, extinct. So that is why Gaia was created. That's why the Zero Dawn project is here, is to basically allow everything to go dormant so that we could recreate ourselves. And I will be right back. I gotta take a bio break. And just for that, I actually have a specific scene for that. It's going to be the one I used for streaming on Twitch. So keep this in mind. It'll actually show my streaming schedule on Twitch and everything, so you can come and see me. Alrighty, I'm back. So, y'all have enough time to digest all of the information that y'all have received? You know, there are so many different companies out there that I wish could sponsor me. 'Cause, man, I eat so many different things and drink so many different things that it would be amazing. Counselor Guidelines number 2. For debriefing after presentation 2, it is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection, validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the mortality of extending their lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation, acknowledge that while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When the candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish. Allow access to their supplemental articles GO1 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical and euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them that 48-hour waiting period during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent. When the procedure is scheduled to take place, no one will be euthanized against his or her will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which the decision data corrupt. Make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature of the purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making of your choice. Participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communications with family members will strictly be limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium, sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. Indefinite detention. You should you choose to decline participation in Zero Dawn project, you will be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Medical euthanasia. The information you just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have any further questions. Damn. Confinement, death, or participation. That's, I mean, okay, that's shitty, but that's 100% okay. Like, in this situation, get over yourself. You don't matter.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us put it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
It's kind of touching. Oh, this is like really depressing. Damn, this is like my stream on a super down note here, man. Like, hey, by the way, this is all talking about the extinction of humankind and everything in existence on you in the world.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this, but the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock? You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety. I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family? I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized.
Damn.
A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years. I knew it.
True.
I just couldn't bring myself to say the words. I'm sorry. Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over. I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
God. This is all like super downing.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here.
You're not going anywhere.
You don't... Get your hands off me!
They couldn't afford for people to go and alert the public like that, because that would cause mass hysteria. That's not okay.
Intruder! Get her!
Fight or run.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Oh, it actually hurt me. That is impressive. Well done, guys. Allow me to shoot you in the face. Ow. Ho, 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 ho. You don't get to just sit in a tunnel and expect me not to shoot you in the face.
Let this.
Actually, you know what? I love this because I can shoot one of these into them and they'll just fly across the room. Boom! I'm gonna set you on fire too.
Felt that one. Ow, ow. Only a little more. Taking worse. Ow, ow.
It's a story. It's a pretty intense story, man. The thing is like if humanity ever came to that point where they were on the verge of extinction and the only way to actually have a chance for something later on, this would be something that would make sense.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness.
Yep.
For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. The counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake. For life's sake. I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness.
Yeah, set them on fire,
Why
man.
was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now? And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous these ambitions are.
I've done this before.
God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor. Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? extinction? That's natural. Zero dawn? No, ma'am. That ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural to be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too. Just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Commander, there it is for you, man. Okay, so the thing is Commander, by the time they realized that they had finally came to that point, it was already too late. Later, like on one of the streams before, it talked about how they realized how the code was going and how it had adapted and locked them out so that they couldn't actually stop it. So in the end, they couldn't do anything. By the time it became out of hand, it had already became too out of hand for them to stop. Like, they didn't even realize it was going on until it was already too late.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Okay. Down and right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out. Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
What is it pointing me towards? Oh. Apparently I need to climb. Didn't make that obvious. Hey. Okay, so apparently I need to find a way to get upstairs, I guess. Okay, I see that. But how do I get to it? From there, over to there. Okay. So let's go down this way real quick.
Ouch.
Shut up, you didn't take any damage. How do I get up there? Well, let's go through that door then. If that door will take me to where I need to go. Apparently it does.
Found one. Looks intact.
Let's go across this way, shall we? Anything else up here? Not that I know of. Go ahead and place that.
That should do the trick. Now let's get that door
Up.
open.
Left. Down. Right up. Right. Up. Left. Down. Right. Up. Down, right, up. He said it was installed backwards, right?
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an...
I get it. All of this is backwards. So down, right, up. Oh, no. No, no, no. Go back that way. Okay. Right? So... down, right, up, left, down. So one of these things is backwards?
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me.
Maybe the entire thing's backwards. Wait. So this one is supposed to be up. Left. Down. Right, and then up. Right? Backwards, so up, left, down, right, up. All right, so if it's supposed to be like that and she's saying everything is backwards, Now, why is this not working?
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
I installed this one, right? Is it just that node that's backwards? Alright, what am I doing here? Like, I am completely lost. Everything's backwards, right? Oh, okay, so this is gonna be up. This one's gonna be... Whoa. This one's gonna be right. This one's gonna be down. Next one's going to be right. And then the next one's going to be down. Okay. Well, you notice how this is all upside down here, right? So that would be down. That would be left. That would be up.
That did it.
Yep, there you go.
We should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
So it's like, for those of you who can't, like, I didn't notice this at first, they literally installed this upside down, so you got to flip it around to do the door.
Eclipse. They're here.
Hey, babe.
Hey, what's up?
Contact.
I'm watching you try and figure this thing out.
Gaia.
All right, got
It's
it.
up there.
Oh, you got it?
Yep. The entire panel was upside down, so I had to think about it as if it was right side up.
Okay, I wish I hadn't popped out of YouTube to do this thing, because now I'm lost. I was trying to figure it out. Now I don't know how it works. Damn it.
A great thing about where you're watching it from is you can actually go back and look at it.
You're right, I can. Alright, well, I'm gonna go check it out.
All right.
This is where it ends.
How are those? Those are like passing straight through his body. That is not cool, bro.
Shadow.
I can invade you all I want. You should have been dead like 3 shots ago. Jesus. Oh crap, there's a lot more. Did not realize that. So I'm gonna knock, mark. Okay. Good to do.
Unleash the power of the shadow upon them!
Why can I not hit you? There. I'm gonna get you.
One way out of this.
Oh my god. Hit him in the face. Just die already, Jesus.
This will go a lot faster if you just come out.
That's the last of them.
H-lock structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
Oh. Rolling.
This is it for you.
Is it? Dude, die.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. I'll loot everybody first, because I still want loot. Make sure to search the room a little bit too. I've got audio files to find. And over here.
No space.
Any more audio files? I don't see any. Okie day. Sometimes I am, man. Full steam ahead. You know what? I don't really want to read it. Like, okay, look, I'm going to inspect it. You know what? Yeah, I'll read it. I will read it because I'm a sucker. Full steam ahead. If I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I would have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. In case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of the bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail. Consult with Ayumide Aquila before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation code, so any exotic materials needed for the tower should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough nature of natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they feel almost like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss, and not just for disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. It would be cool. Run around here real quick, make sure there's no other data.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about 1/3 of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning.
All right, Commander, just have it running in the background, man.
Creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies.
Yeah, have a good night.
Aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people? I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Is there anything back here? Not seeing anything. Why would that even be a route?
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Holy shit.
Keep looking.
More eclipse.
Careful now.
What's that up there?
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Dude, that's crazy. Encapsulated DNA. And the winner is Encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even the Eternity tech that Faust was shilling a year or so ago, but every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allocated space, too powerful, power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inerrant material in which the embedded the molecules already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deemed it entirely fitting, indeed promptuous, that we are using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina. Wow. Apollo update. For the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of copy of the Homer archive, Far Zenith, has made itself known, and as a result, all of the Apollo key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attendant curricula development about to begin. Speaking of heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing with children and adolescents, demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in Aristotle and Apostates persona. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Well, it's time for me to go kill these guys. How? That was a pretty good shot from you, bro. Gotta give you props. Here's one back at you. And another one. Why do you carry Blaze on your back? That just doesn't seem like a good idea. Hi. How did that not? He's like right there in front of you. Like seriously? Headshot him. Thank you. You too. Headshot him. You see that? Dude.
You will not escape the shadow.
That's the last of them. Alone once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
A lot of people to murder.
I can't spare the weight.
Upstairs I go. Oh yay, voice file.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron.
That's where I came from. No other data points. How about over here? Anything over here? Not seeing anything over here. Let's go up this way. Noise complaints. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore. Anyone says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle dazz. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather see guzzle liter citrum run off than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God, I swear my mom was grave and she was religious. Nah, they ain't Bashcore's blasting the Hades lab. Shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal. Death metal, girl. Classical music, 80s Dutch deathcore, Japanese grindcore, some Swedish cannibal themed stuff. To stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore, you'll see, or hear, rather, in the screech that rends the air and feel, and throbbing pulse of the floor and walls, ceiling, swallowing you up like Jonah trapped inside the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah. As for those requests, turn it down. No can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal. Might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accidents vids. Last I heard, we're supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code Extinction Protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, I don't think so. Wow.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia. 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades.
Wow.
It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
All right, I'm just gonna scroll this. Y'all can read it because I don't. If it's this country bumpkin dude, I can't read it. Go ahead and hit pause so you can read this.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect.
Yeah, shut up.
So why give her a subordinate function?
Archive abuse? Oh, there's a classic cinema submission there. Torture flicks, wow. Making a millipede. All right, go ahead and pause that and read that, guys. It's kind of messed up.
Purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again. I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well,
Looks like the only way onwards. Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs.
welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein.
I know, right, Commander?
In charge of this program. Now let one be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint,
no one cares,
even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances. But, as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Jeez. That's crazy. Pop open the notebook here. Go ahead and pause and read this, guys. I'm gonna just scroll down for you. Absolutely crazy, man. Just the concept of this is like,
can't carry more.
They thought so much Like... First section is good. Just keeps going on and on.
Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of...
There's only one way to be sure.
The
Yeah,
hatch
no kidding,
wouldn't
man.
open.
Like, this is
Something about
ridiculous.
it. Corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
I mean, sorry I'm not reading this stuff for you, Commander, but it's like too much to read, and I've been drinking a lot, so it's kind of hard for my words to mosey on out the right way. God, there's so... Like, every single place, I'm like, oh man, I've got to make sure to scan this area and scan this area.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is, give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Wow, so they put a kill switch in the creator bot. That's special.
Bots would benefit from antilopiny morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
So Gaia had feelings. That's pretty crazy.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped. but all subsystems are operational.
I want to see if I can get a good photo here. Hide player.
The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Wow. Dude, like this entire segment of this game is like nothing but goosebumps. Odyssey has failed. Oh, some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo, of all zygotites and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of human species and earthly life. Wow. That sucks.
Should have brought a cart.
Yeah, no kidding. Artemis status. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it if words still meaning anything. Had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas, suspended in what ifs. More than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out primary successions, selecting the pioneering organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits, hawks, foxes, wolves, thousands more will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to the world that this time will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples were well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now, not like this, not on our watch. So much stuffs.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for?
What's up, Trevor? How are you doing tonight?
With this, we can restore the registry at the hatch inside our mother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine.
Ooh.
But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Totally went to photo mode when she realized that she was birthed by a machine. Spoiler alert, by the way. What's good, God tier? I had a feeling it was you, God tier. I just wanted to. I mean, I'm better off like just calling you by what your name is on here. So, I mean, come on now. Dude, I don't know if you've been tuned in this whole time, but this story is getting
You need
deep.
to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Oh, it's him. I want to kill him. Oh, yeah?
Still alive.
I think I'm gonna take a picture of you because you are an asshole and you deserve to be documented as being the asshole you are. Oh, I know. I know, Trevor. I know your real name, Godseer.
I have a more suitable death in mind for you.
I bet you do, you piece of shit. Where am I waking up now? In a cage.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun.
You're a piece of shit. Shut up.
Even when Jiran was murdered. Even when Meridian fell.
I know. I keep pausing stuff and taking advantage and doing all this stuff. Do it for a reason. Because these pictures are awesome. If you haven't seen my collections on the Facebook and Twitter, you need to. They're great.
I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out.
Yep.
In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate?
So how are your games on Fortnite tonight?
Why fail?
How are the duos? Ross, stop you.
That scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No,
touche.
It wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts. Haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun.
Religious
Everything
nuts.
As it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Like your mom.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient
Did you keep
machine,
getting disconnected or
not the
something?
buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down now, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's
Yeah, right.
left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then open this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
The Nora cast me out at birth. You're not hurting me if you hurt them.
Really? Then it makes no difference one way or another. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile.
Wow, sound like you got off to that. That sounded really creepy, bro. Really creepy. Ugh.
So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife
Weird.
has already been twisted.
Fortnite being special.
Karja faithful, Rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon.
I hate the fact that it keeps presenting me with like really good photos. Like that. Like, that's just a good shot.
Rising. A new day, soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night.
I hate the fact that I'm taking pictures of him, but it just, they're good shots. Oh, sorry I'm not on there with you, man. Like, I was actually, once this came to kind of a stopping point, I was planning to do some Save the World.
Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands!
Oh, see, that's just not fair. You're probably going to.
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use its strength against it. I wasn't built to take a behemoth's charge either.
Ow!
Gotta get out of the way. That did it. One more pillar and that platform will come down. And my weapon's with it. I should try luring the behemoth into the pillars. It's down.
Who got our weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it!
Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks. freeze canister on its hips. Cryo arrow should set it off. Canister on its belly. Looks important.
Yeah, what, you think I'm gonna die? Fuck you, dude.
Silence! Shadows. Kill her.
Yeah, like I haven't killed them before.
Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Ooh, that is such a good shot. All right, let's see. Yeah! He's finally here to do something after all.
Silence.
What? He came in with a whole freaking army. Nice. Go ahead and save that just because it's pretty. I mean, I still would have taken out those other things, but...
Traitor!
It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy indeed.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did.
Yay! Actual picture of him. Instead of him just hiding.
If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then.
Sorry,
You
this is
destroyed my
like
focus.
key moments.
And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
At least you know.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Karja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not what, but a who. Yeah!
Bye! He's not. Commander, I'm not gonna say he's a good guy, but he's also not a bad guy. He's kind of a mixture of both. I think that becomes more exposed whenever it comes to whatchamacallit, the expansion that came out. I think there's more that came in on that. Man, that's real crazy, guys. All right, so I'm probably gonna wrap up the stream right now, guys. That was ridiculously intense. There's so much story, there's so much things that are going on, and there's so much backstory there. This is like the perfect time to wrap it up, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a photo because this is pretty, and I am obsessed with this, and I'm sorry. You can judge me for it later, but or judge me for it now, but some of these, this game is so goddamn gorgeous, man. It's like when it came to Ark Survival Evolved, man, I took screenshots all over the place because that thing is so pretty. But yeah, so I am going to work on finding myself a, oh, there's a campfire right over here. Where is it? It's right there. Gotcha. Go hit the campfire. I'm gonna save up, guys. It's gonna, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna go save the world elsewhere. I'm gonna go play Save the World on Fortnite. But you guys, make sure to come back and see me again. Make sure to watch this video. Make sure to smash the like button. If you haven't done it already, smash that like button. That goes for you, Commander. That goes for you, Trevor. Y'all make sure to smash the like button. It really does make things go better. Also, for those of you who are watching this later, make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Same name, VapeTraingaming. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Y'all have a wonderful night.